Thank you, and I'd like to say I get a great bit of enjoyment out of your website, richarddawkins.com. Appreciate you having that service. I'd like you to respond, though, to the charge that I think that you go too far in the God delusion, and that you do an excellent job of persuading us that God is a delusion, but I would go ahead and say it's a useful one, perhaps a therapeutic one, in the same way that love is a delusion, a biochemically induced delusion. I could probably ask you, and you would tell me that you have indeed told your wife that you love her, but do you really love her? Or is that just some sort of biochemically induced state? In the same way that a belief in God, even though it can be demonstrated as delusional, you have to admit, though, it can be therapeutic and beneficial.
If love is a delusion, it's a very nice delusion. If it's a biochemical product and a product of nerve impulses, I would not wish to join you in using the word just, because that implies a sort of diminution of it. Of course it's due to biochemistry, of course it's due to neuronal impulses, of course it has a physical explanation, but that is not to diminish it in any way. It's still love, it's still a real feeling, a real emotion. But belief in God is not like that. I mean, it may be partly like that, but belief in God is about a factual proposition. The proposition that God exists is either true or not. We can't know whether it's true or not, but it's saying something real about the universe. To say God exists or God does not exist, the universe would be a very different place with a God than without a God. So on the factual proposition front, you can't just say it's like love. Loving God is another matter, and you could say, indeed you did say, that loving God could be therapeutic. And I don't necessarily want to dispute that. It's possible that loving God is therapeutic. It's possible that believing in God is therapeutic, which of course doesn't make the belief true. Could still be therapeutic. Believing a lie can indeed be therapeutic. It could have beneficial psychological effects. It could have very deplorable psychological effects. If you believe you're going to roast for hell for all eternity, I could imagine you'd have a very miserable life. In any case, whatever you believe about something, it doesn't make it true. What's interesting to me is whether it's true. Now, some people have suggested that if there are indeed therapeutic benefits in believing in God, we should encourage people to believe in God because it makes them feel good. Well, I think that's a bit like saying that you're telling people that their favourite football team has won the game because it makes them feel good, even if in fact they've lost. You could make a case for it, but it wouldn't be one that would convince many people. So what I care about is it true? And I've given my reasons for thinking, not that you can disprove the existence of God, but you can make it very improbable indeed.